TechCrunch Disrupt.
Who is taking Coursera classes today?
You know, the range is remarkable. We have about a third of our audiences in the US, but 2/3 are outside the US. 1/3 are in developed countries and 1/3 are in the developing world, which is a statistic that we're very proud of. Age range is all the way from 13 to 90. With the median, if you had to pick a profile, it would be people like yourselves, people in the 30s who are looking to learn a new skill or expand their minds.
Why are they coming to you?
They're coming to us because we have an amazing range of educational offerings from the world's best universities. And that kind of education for most people around the world has been nothing but a dream, and now they actually have the opportunity to get access to it.
A lot of people come to your classes, look at them. Not a lot of people finish them necessarily, and we've heard a lot about that in the last year or so, especially. Not just with Coursera, but similar classes as well. What's your reaction to that?
So if you look at the statistics, it's true that of the people who click the enroll button on the website, about 5% on average complete the class. I think it's important to keep in mind that of the people who click the enroll button, half of them don't even show up on the first day of class because they've, 2 months have passed and they're now doing something else. Half of the ones that do show up look at the first lecture and realize that this isn't what they thought they were signing up for. I've heard from one of our learners that he thought that the astrobiology class was going to be about UFOs, and it turns out it's not.
Did you ever teach a class about UFOs?
Well, if one of our university partners wanted to offer such a class, I'm not sure that's likely in the near future. And then of the ones that do show up, about half of them are in it just to look at it like a documentary, which means they are looking at the videos but not actually trying to do the work. Of the ones that meaningfully intend to take the class, about 70% complete.
What about these specialization tracks you've been offering for, what about the last year or so, I think? It's a group of classes that together make up a specialization in computer security or a topic like that.
It's a series of classes that builds on each other, and it culminates in one of those experiential capstone projects that really help the learners put the skills that they learned to work in the context of a real-world problem. So our two biggest blockbusters in that area right now are in data science from Johns Hopkins and in Android development from Maryland and Vanderbilt. There's one coming up in cybersecurity and a whole bunch of those coming up. And what we clearly see is that the credential that the students earn as taking those classes is incredibly valuable to them in the workplace. If you complete the data science specialization from Johns Hopkins, you get a job as a data scientist.
There's a job for data scientists anywhere right now, I think, right?
And Android developers and cybersecurity experts. I mean, those jobs, those people are worth their weight in gold these days.
Well, you did bring up the topic of the credential and how much the credential is worth. Are you seeing any changes there? Because maybe 2 years ago, people would have said, oh, it's online education, it's for profit too. And these days with the student loan issues and just for-profit classes,
I would remind us that we're not a for-profit education company. We're a for-profit technology company.
Okay.
Our courses are provided by the world's best universities, or by and large nonprofit institutions of the highest academic credentials. The credentials are becoming much more valued in the workplace. So first of all, we see that 70% of our learners are saying that they're going to post the credential on their LinkedIn profile or their resume. We've also been told by a large number of employers that they value their credentials. One of our partners, Duke University, did a survey among employers in North Carolina, a very broad diversity of employers, not just in the tech space. And what we see is that across sectors, 60 to 70% of employers say that they would value MOOC credential as an important factor in deciding who to interview and possibly even who to hire.
Looking back to these last 2 years, I think the New York Times said 2012 was the year of the MOOC. 2013, I had the feeling that there was a bit of a backlash.
Undoubtedly.
People were saying, especially the funnel, the rates at the end of your classes. What is 2014?
I think 2014 is the year where this technology comes of age and is actually demonstrating the impact that it is able to have in a meaningful way that transcends the hype. We have over 9 million learners and growing, and I think we have demonstrated that our learners are seeing a real impact on their lives, and I think that's really exciting.